Okay, the irony I know is that I run a YouTube channel giving people advice, and I'm now doing a whole video telling people not to take any advice. But what I mean with this is we can't look outside of ourselves. I think when the journey begins, it's important to go and read stuff and to listen to stuff, because there are people that are more advanced on their journey. Wherever you are on the journey, there'll be people that have gone further than you, and they've made something work that you haven't yet. They've let go, or they've got into union, or there's always going to be someone that's at a more advanced stage, and then it's great to take advice from them and to find what resonates for you and to take it on board. And I'm not saying to stop doing that, because that's great, and at any stage of the journey it's great. You should never think that you know the whole truth. And our truth changes every day as well, not just without reading. I mean, every day, the more we unearth and the more we clear, the more we tap into something else, and we have new realizations, and we might not even believe the things that we used to believe, because we now see the situation clearly. So patterns that used to hold us back now don't. So when I'm sharing my videos, I'm sharing my videos based on the amount of clearing I've done and the amount of truth I've gotten back to. And that's my own truth as well. Remember, it's not your truth or anybody else's, it's my truth. So these videos are me sharing my truth with where I'm currently at in my process. So bear that in mind when you watch them. That's all I'm saying. I mean, I had a really bad patterning with psychics. We Till we can literally tap into ourselves and our own intuition and trust ourselves completely, we're probably going to look outside of ourselves for answers. And that just keeps us really far away from this journey. So it doesn't matter how you do it, if you are addicted to going on other people's YouTube channels and reading everything to help, or if you're going and getting psychic readings to get someone else to give you answers to help you, or you're addicted to something. All of this is looking outside of yourself for an answer. If you need anything, you're looking outside of yourself for an answer. I had a big pattern with psychics. When this journey first started, I was so confused and I had no idea what was going on, and I didn't trust myself at all. I didn't know even how to trust my intuition, or what my intuition even was, It just ripped me awake, this journey. And yeah, I spent a long time desperately searching for answers. I think to begin with, I did try to search within, but because a few of the things were teaching me to awaken, and I didn't really see it like that, and I just thought, well, I was wrong once. So I don't believe anything now anymore. I don't trust anything about my intuition. It's almost, I basically went through an experience where I had a very, very strong connection that I believe to be my twin flame, and I believe to be guided there, for it to, the energy to jump and move into someone else. So, I mean, it's totally possible that was a heart activation or a near twin or any of these. I don't no longer have any desire for that, or feel it, but it does come up sometimes in my energy, and I think it's because those issues connected to it are still there a little bit. But because of that, after that experience, I completely lost it with my intuition. I didn't trust it at all, and I constantly gave my power away on a daily basis to psychics to try and give me answers to everything. Anywhere I could throw my power outside of myself, I did it. And what resulted is that I just didn't have any guidance anymore. I was allowing other people to guide me constantly, and I wasn't receiving any of my own. The more I healed, though, I don't know what it was. One day, it was quite recently, I guess, maybe I was activated even. I'd been healing for a while on this, and I had more awareness, but it was just sudden. I just didn't want to do it anymore. And I just had no desire. If I even thought about a psychic, I'd be like, why the hell would I want to do that? They can't tell me anything. And it's not that a reading can't give you some guidance and some advice if you're really guided to have it and to experience it. Of course it can, but one or two trusted people, and to just have it and take what resonates and move on. Obviously, we all need a little bit of advice or someone to even talk to, or a little bit of guidance at points, or someone just to back up what we feel. But when we give it away too much, what happens is we lose our own ability to connect to ourselves, who really have all the answers. And we're only humans, you know, we're here and we're in this lifetime, we are in a human form, and we do need a second opinion sometimes, or we just want someone to talk to about it, or any of the things that I listed. And we want to see people's experiences and see what resonates with us. You know, I'm not saying never watch another video or never ever go and have any healing, or because there are certain times along the journey when that's important, because you just don't have the ability to connect to yourself. But then as you grow, the idea is, that's why it's just a very bad idea to become dependent on anything, anybody's channel, anybody's webinars, anybody's healing, any readings. Like, it's okay to have them here and there if you're guided to them. It's not okay to become dependent on them to the point that you put them above your own intuition, because sure, you'll go wrong a few times and you'll make mistakes, but you will grow from it. And the whole point of that teachers and people doing videos really need to be doing is putting people into their own power, giving suggestions for people to step into their own power, not trying to take it away. So be wary of people that want to keep you hanging on. Like readings, I find, do that. Like, it's okay if the reading, if I do a reading, I try to give people guidance, read into their current energy. I don't give people, oh, he's going to contact you in a week and things like this, because what that does is it takes away, it keeps people dependent on that reader, because all they're being told is scenarios that play out or don't play out, and then the person has to go back and be like, well, this didn't happen, or why didn't this happen, or what's he thinking, what's he feeling. And these kind of readings are quite damaging, really, because they're keeping you dependent on someone else giving you the truth, rather than you going in and finding it out yourself. However, going and occasionally having a little bit of guidance here and there, you know, that's okay. Going and watching a few videos, that's okay. Just don't become dependent on anybody outside of yourself, because you do have the truth, and ultimately you'll get to the stage where you don't need anyone else, because you know, you trust your own guidance so much. And on the way, sure, go and experience and experiment with whatever you need to experiment with, but just know that the whole point should be about bringing you back to your truth and guiding you back to being able to find your own voice and your own trust and your own intuition and your own guidance. So be really wary of anything that draws you to be dependent on it. Like, if it's not there, then you have a panic attack. Because really, any guide is just drawing you back to your own guidance, really. And so I just felt that was really important. I got stuck in a cycle for a while where I was totally always looking outside of myself. A lot of us are looking outside of ourselves. We drink alcohol, we take drugs, we even like become too obsessed with things that might be good for us, like, you know, to block things out. Like, maybe we become obsessed with the sport to block something out, or it's okay when it's there as a passion and we can throw ourselves into it and enjoy it. Just be sure of the reasons why you're doing it, and don't do things to run from something or to look outside of yourself, because we really do need to get to that space where we find that quiet. And I found that I literally lost my guidance. I threw so much of my power away from trying to get advice and seeking advice from others, that I actually realised I got to a point where I wasn't even getting any guidance anymore. And then that freaked me out even more, because I was like, but I don't hear anything, I'm not picking anything up. So then I wanted more advice, and all it took for me really was to just stop. And then very quickly it all started to return, and everything started to return. It's why I'm now hammering with the videos, because they're just channeled to me constantly. I've got such a clear connection at the moment. I know exactly what's going on with everything. And I lost that because I kept trying to find it in ways that were outside of myself. So this video is just a push for you to find your own truth within. And it might not be there straight away, but know that if you continue allowing it and continue trying to find it within rather than without, it will come, it will happen. And if you do look for guidance outside of yourself, make sure it's with people that are guiding you into your own power and into your own truth, not people that are keeping you dependent on them. Like a healer, it's okay if they're giving you something to move you forwards with your life, but if you have to keep going back to this person constantly, else you don't feel like you can survive in your everyday life, then you've become dependent. The same with like videos. If there's somebody you like watching, that's great, and you might pick up some really cool stuff and it resonates with you and you can watch whatever you like on Twins, great. But if you feel like, oh my god, I need that update to know what to do this month and things like that, then that's when you fall and prey to really the opposite of the journey, because everything is within. It's only when we really, really, really allow ourselves to trust our own guidance and to believe in ourselves that we really pick up the right guidance to move forwards on this journey. So you will only find peace with it and any kind of satisfaction within. So sorry if this video is dragged on a bit, but I feel I've got so much stuff coming into my brain right now that I need to make these videos as quickly as I can, because then when it doesn't, I'm on hiatus. So I know I've had a bit of a mass upload at the moment, but while I feel like I've got lots of stuff coming in, then I'll keep sharing.